Now, what happened is Rheta played a recording in court that exposed one of her secrets. Now, her husband was in the courtroom, and it almost ended their marriage. We have some of the recorded message. Let's hear it.
When I get back to the house, I just had to drop off the machine. And just to let you know, I would never, ever have done this if you wouldn't have threatened my mom with what you threatened her with.
You're putting our children through absolute hell, Mark, to cover up your mother's infidelity.
I don't care about my mother's
This
infidelity.
isn't about you being scared of me or any of that. This is about protecting your mother. You made this choice. You're putting your children through absolute hell to protect your mother.
What was your whole point in this, and what did you reveal?
She literally threatened to take my children from me, which she initially succeeded in doing. And I said, if you ever try to come between me and my children, I will expose you for what you really are. I will tell your husband about your affairs. I will tell the church what kind of person that you really are.
You went into court and exposed something that was private to their marriage.
Yes.
And you were offended by that.
No one's ever hurt me like that. No one's ever betrayed me like that. And in defense of protecting the children, she had done something that is traumatizing. I received a phone call about 1:30 in the morning on my cell phone, and my grandchildren were blood-curdling, screaming at the tops of their lungs, "Mommy, stop, please, Mommy, stop." And you can hear her beating the living crap out of my son, coming from a mother, getting my grandchildren screaming and crying. And when I called the detective to talk to him, I said, "What is going on?" He said, "This is the 9th phone call I've had about domestic abuse." And he says, "I personally have gone out on 4 of them. I was not involved in any of their fighting, their beating him up. All I was doing was trying to take my children out of an unhappy, they deserve to be happy, they deserve to be children and not see all this ugliness between these two people."
You said my children.
My grandchildren, but I'm sorry, they're my grandchildren, and they're my life. They're everything I live for, because I lost a child, okay? And it's destroyed us. All this unraveling has literally taken place since Rachel died.
And you say that she, in fact, implied that you killed that child by being a bad parent.
Yes.
I never said that.
The most cutting, hurtful words, and she tried to retract it, but...
What did she say?
She said, in so many words, "Oh, you're just such a good parent. You loved your daughter to death, and as a result, she was killed."
Did not say that.
Your parenting got your daughter killed.
She was killed in a car wreck?
Yes.
I hate to be you on Judgment Day.
I'm very sorry for your loss.
Stop making remarks like that, Rheta. You are here because you started this. Now you're going to end it.
You see what I have to deal with? It's not fair to me. I would love to have my wife and my mother getting along. These are the 2 most important women in my life. I love my wife. I love my mom. I know we have had a rough 3 years.
Until you're looking for love on dating websites.
I wasn't looking for love on dating websites. That's not.
Mark never got even on the dating website. He said, let's shut this down right now. Don't even finish this profile. It's not a good idea.
You see what I'm doing?
You admit that you have physically attacked your husband.
Yes. Mark had come home late at night. He was high, and I confronted him and asked him to leave.
I was getting ready to walk out.
He kind of shoved me to get to the door handle. I just snapped and went into full-on attack mode. And I was just punching at him.
She began hitting me and throwing things at me.
Threw the candle at him, screaming at him, yelling at him, "I hate you. Look what you've done to our family. How could you do this to our kids?" I was completely detached from any sanity.
The children were screaming, "Mommy, Daddy, stop."
I got a call in the middle of the night, a voicemail. It was my 2 grandchildren, blood-curdling, screaming, "Mommy, stop, please, stop." And you can hear the violence in the background.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.